Welcome, I'm Antonina Antosha with UATV and you're watching Head to Head. The bill on the so long anticipated anti-corruption court in Ukraine could be presented as soon as in May. So what are the main peculiarities that are expected to be included in the bill? To talk about this, we're joined in the studio today by Yaroslav Yurchyshyn. He is the Executive Director of Transparency International. Hello, Yaroslav, and thank you for coming.
Hello.
So what are the main peculiarities that should be included in the so long anticipated anti-corruption court bill?
The main recommendation of Venice Commission, which are still not included in this draft of law, is the very influential, I can't say veto position, but very influential position of international experts who will be joined to election process, like additional filter to find appropriate candidate and propose this candidate for high qualification commission of judges.
What else?
First of all, we must have more open competition, because now a very strict additional measures which are not allowed to some kind of lawyers and judges to take part in this competition. For example, experience in international court competitions about anti-corruption cases.
Does it mean that we don't have the judges actually appropriate for the job of the anti-corruption court committee?
Yes, if we are looking on draft of law what we have now, very limited possibility to come in competition. We have not possibility to rank big amount of candidates and choose the best, but we unnaturally limited possibility to come.
Basically forced to pick out of not qualifying candidates, I would say.
Really not qualified candidates will come out from competition after test, after technical measures. Now we don't need on a beginning of competition to say somebody, no, you cannot to take part if you have more than 10 years working like lawyers or as lawyers or judges. You can come to competition, show what you not have any problems with integrity, you have possibility, you quite professional through the technical part of this competition. If we artificially create possibility take part only really few counterparts.
That would also look like corruption.
Yes, it will be dependent directly, because we really understand who proposes limitation. Slightly want to find not really independent, but somebody who he or she knows.
Okay, so as I understand, we have the first draft, right, of the anti-corruption court bill. How many readings do you expect to have?
I think we was on the first reading, and we in this part of draft legislation process, we have more than 4 alternative draft of law. Now Parliament choose one of them, presidential, and this fully have fully connection with recommendation of Venice Commission, because Venice Commission give us recommendation that President must be author of this draft of law because of constitutional amendments. So now Committee of Rule of Law of our Parliament, working with more than near 2,000 proposals from different MPs, and try to create the best one, which are fully, which Venice Commission can estimate as ideal or near rest. The Speaker of Parliament invite experts from Venice Commission, and before that we have on public communication with Venice Commission, and this very influential and high authorial structure, European institution, say that yes, we can send you experts to who can be included in process of preparing for next reading. And I hope, and head of committee Ruslan Knezevich said that in May we will have the final draft of law and can come to discussion in Parliament.
Okay, it's been quite a while, actually, after Ukraine has been recommended to create the anti-corruption court and that the first draft bill actually appeared. Why did it take so long? Was there a group of people that didn't really want to create the bill?
Yes, of course. You know that we have different type of other politicians. We have new type, reformistic-minded, who really want to find possibility to change Ukraine, make other country more effective and more open, more transparent, and government more accountable for society. But we still have some politicians who are dependent from financial industrial groups, or oligarchs we call.
Basically, who are dependent on corruption.
Yes, because if we are talking about politicians who work in the sphere of interest, some financial industrial groups or oligarchs, they are really corrupt. And they try to stop this process on different level. But now I think that we have a quite good and quite speed, I can say, process to preparing good draft of law, because we can do something tomorrow, but it's not fit for us, because we need even one court, high-level court, who will be professional, who will be independent, and who will be trusted by society.
Anti-corruption court is just one instance. Is it really capable of getting corruption out of such a country as Ukraine?
No.
What else is needed then?
Really, we have many equipments to fight with corruption, but I don't know any country which low level of corruption to zero. Yes, USA or New Zealand or Norway, some Scandinavian countries.
Well, surely, but in Ukraine it's a high sky level. We need to deal with it somehow.
So we really need two parallel ways stepped on. First of all, we must show that high-level corruption, then somebody creates schemes which stole billions and many assets from our budget and money from our budget. They must be in prison, and this money will be, I hope, returned to other budget. Other way is to prevent corruption. To prevent corruption.
It's always easier to prevent than to fight, to tackle, and try to get it out, right? So how do we prevent corruption in Ukraine?
First of all, we create, for example, in public procurement system, we have ProZorro system, which are not let even hide something when everyone see everything, it's not possible.
So basically the system is totally transparent, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So in different sphere we can create such kind of approach, some kind of mechanism which not let to be this part of government be corruption. For example, in healthcare now we create and give to state owner system e-health, which help patients or doctors to communicate openly without any hiding in their communication. For example, now we create a procedure of e-auctions named ProZorro Sales, and many not only national level but local level bodies use that to in their work. So we have open budget. really Ukraine have many possibilities to use high-level transparency mechanism in governance. Yes, so we on a way to good governance, and it's the best prevention of corruption, because in which country government is effective and accountable, there are where corruption are not influent on a state so high as in Ukraine.
Let's hope that Ukraine can become that country in the nearest future.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming and sharing this with us.
Thank you.
This was Yaroslav Yurchyshyn. He is an Executive Director of Transparency International Ukraine. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned with UATV.